Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Karen, Lavenderclothesline, and today I am here in my backyard and we're going to do part 2 of the fence installation. So today is a gorgeous sunny day in central Pennsylvania, and I have hired the company INTEGROUS to put in my stockade fence, which I'm really thrilled about, and I'm going to take you along with me. So please hit the like and subscribe button and we'll get started. Alright, so this is day 2 of having a cedar fence installed in my backyard, and this is the second side of my yard, which the fence is just going in. As you can see, holes are being dug by this great machine, and yeah, nothing is leveled yet, but this gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. Still have the back of the yard to be done. So this neighbor back here, it's a very large house. It's actually like a duplex. That house is 2 separate dwellings together, and the people on the right put these sheds up on the property line, and their fencing has to be moved. It's over the property line. So the fence will be held up until we can get the property surveyed, and of course surveyors are not essential, so unfortunately this part of the project will be on hold until the surveyors are back to work and I can hire a surveyor to remap the line. But I know it'll happen. I have patience. I will wait. But for now I will look at this gorgeous side of the fence. So this got put in yesterday in the pouring rain. Beautiful, just gorgeous. Really happy with this fencing. And coming up this way, you can see my tripod was set up for a little bit of filming. And right here I will have the gate. Yeah, so it's really coming along nice. So this is the fence. Look how pretty this is. Kind of looks like my hair. That's what it reminds me of. I might insert a photo of my hair. I want everything striped in life. So this is just so pretty. And then once all the fence is finished, I will be redoing this garden bed. I think I already said that. And my plan is to put in grasses, hostas, roses, hydrangea, and maybe small evergreens. And all of those things are pretty much low maintenance. The roses will probably be knockout roses. I've had those before. Grasses, probably a pampas grass. So all of this will need to be widened. This is my property stake back here. I'll show you guys. I had a hunt for this. A property stake shows you where your property is, and I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this. It is a metal pipe in the ground with cement poured into it. I wonder if you guys can see that. And then I put this yellow stake in to show, and there's one of the workers. And just so you guys know, I called the company to ask if they minded me filming, and they said absolutely not. Really thrilled with this company. So Ryan and his brother are here. Just show you what this looks like. Now I had a choice between a vinyl. I could have gone iron, but that doesn't really provide privacy. For privacy, I think the 2 main options are a wood or a vinyl. And I'm more of I like a fence to blend into nature a little bit more. So as this weathers, this cedar will turn gray. But I might clear coat this. I have to see how long that'll last. I'll buy one of those sprayers and clear coat it so it keeps that really beautiful cedar color. Lots of variations in this. Also, all of this dirt comes out of the holes, and you can either spread this around your yard, and as it turns out, my girlfriend Patty needs some dirt in the back of her yard, so we'll be sharing dirt. Say hi, Ryan. And this is the gate on the other side. Definitely putting in 2 gates so that I don't have to go around the house when I forget something. Really thrilled with that. It's a big old dental tool. That's what that reminds me of. Like a filling tool for a giant. This is what the fence looks like from the other side, and has a little bit of a swoop in it. Needs to be picked up in the middle. But all of the adjustments will get done at the end. Everything will be squared and hung level. Yeah, lots of privacy. Okay, more to come. Okay, we are filming. So today is day 3 of the fence installation. And as you can see, great progress. So I'm going to start on this side. I got the gates installed yesterday. And this section of fence was put in on a slant because that is the ground. They did a great job. And here is the finished side. There are my post caps, my little post hats. Makes a big difference in the yard. Really pretty. Now I know some of you have commented that the fence has been installed backwards, and it has not. A lot of people choose to do the fence this way because the visual from the road is what's really important in the look of a house. For some people, I should say, and for me. I rather have these rails on the inside. That way I can keep an eye on the construction of the fence to make sure nothing is cracked or falling off. I can also use these boards in the future if you want. They sell different products to attach to the boards. They sell plant hangers, all kinds of things that attach right onto the rails. So a lot of times people put those on the inside. You also want your posts on the inside so that children do not hang on them if you have kids in the neighborhood, which we do. And yeah, just the construction. If I was to put this fence the other way, you would be seeing all of this hardware and all of this business on the outside. And I like my house to look, as nice as it can from the street. So I don't want to see all of this from the street. I don't mind looking at any of this while I'm in my own backyard. I kind of like it. I kind of think it's nice. So there's the thinking on that. I'm sure there's 2 schools of thought. Some people might have put this opposite and given the neighbors this side, but like I said, I don't want the neighbors to have access to the rails and the posts. I don't want them hanging things on the fence and so on. So, like I said in the prior section of video, this back section is all on hold. Hopefully it'll go in fairly soon. I'm probably looking at being held up a month, I'm guessing, if not a little bit more, which that's life. What are you going to do? You can't get crazy over it. I know it'll eventually get done, and I'm looking forward to that. So this is this side, and as you can see, some of the fence is dark, some of it is light. But I did ask the company, the men that came, to make the outside, what faces the street, I should say, all dark, all coordinating. The rest of it is fine, that it's very, very natural, stripy. But I'm going to go outside this gate. Look what a beautiful job they did. Gorgeous. Really happy with it. And this will all be planted, put in garden beds. All right, so come on outside. See if I can do this with one hand. And I will back up and show you this view. So see guys, this is what goes on next door. One of the reasons for the fence. But see how this is? So you see a very streamlined, finished version. Now the space between the gate and the fence itself, that has another fascia board coming. See how there's a bit of a separation here? It's not that big, but I want this closed a little bit more. So they're going to put an extra one of these boards and build the fascia. I call that fascia. They're going to build that up, so we close that gap a little bit. And I will stand back so you can see. Trying to learn to hold the camera steady, very hard. But see how this looks? This is what the street view is. I'll show you what it looks like from further back. Okay, so here I'm standing kind of like in my front yard, maybe halfway. You know what? I'm going to stand in the street. We'll see what this looks like from the street. And I'll show you why I did the fence this way. Okay, so there's the corner of my property. See the way that looks? I like the way that looks. Now the bush in front of the new fence, that's probably going to be replaced. I'm going to judge how that does this year. In past years, some years it does well and some years it doesn't. You know, all of the plant life is very old on this because the house is 1950. So a lot of these bushes were put in, you know, pretty early on. So that is what the fence looks like from this angle. Now picture this as you're driving past or walking past. If all of the railings were showing, I wouldn't like that. I like the way this looks. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to walk my street. Here's a shot of the company sign. Anytime a company does very good work for me, I'm happy to give them advertisement. But they really earn it. I don't advertise, you know, for a lot of different people. I don't advertise for different companies, you know, just for anybody. So now you're starting to see the fence on this side. See how that looks? Let's see if we can go this way. Stay within. Okay, so this is the fence on this side. And again, the gaps will be closed a little bit. That'll have an extra fascia board. So we're really happy with this. This is the latch. And that's what that looks like. Pretty wood. I added some dirt here. I'm going to be adding dirt in some of the low spots in my yard. This gate is very nicely built. Very happy with that. Yeah. So I'll just stand here and give you a 360 of what this looks like. You can hear the kids playing. Really happy with this. So I just have a few chairs here. And like I said, this is up on an elevation. And I'm going to sit here and picture it with fence across the back. Okay, so here are a few of the items that have been selling in my store. My sales continue to do well, which is just still so surprising to me, but I'm really grateful. The first item is a Pottery Barn Camilla chandelier. Now, when I found this chandelier, it did not have the cap, the ceiling cap, or an excessive amount of chain, but I took it anyway. $104.22 it brought, and I put in the listing that it needs to be rewired. I do that for most chandeliers because I don't want to guarantee a hardwired light system would work because there's no way for me to test it. Next up is Pottery Barn Chase Lounge chair covers. These were new. I believe I got 4 of them. I found them in Goodwill. I think I paid $2.50, and this is the first one to sell. They do have very minor flaws, like a little pull, but other than that, brand new, really nice quality, and $42. Next up is a pair of snake candlesticks. I showed these in a whole video probably about a month or 2 ago. $92.75, and I can never remember what I paid for things. It's on one of my receipts and in my log, but with having to guess, probably $4. Next up is a dress I've had for quite a while. This is Terry John Ricky Freeman, size 4, and I accepted an offer for $80. I believe this is new with tags, yes. Next up is Flax. I like Flax as the brand, but I like it better when they're larger sizes. This is a size small, so it only brought 27.22, but I paid $4.50. This coat and this style of coat I always grab. This is a men's, I call it like a chore coat or a barn coat, hunting, all of those types of names, field jacket, $38.02, and I believe I paid $8.95 LL Bean. Next up is a Kate Spade bag. We knew this would go fairly quickly. I had a lot of interest and a lot of offers, and it went for $65.65. I was running a sale in my store, and this is one of the items that I received from a friend, and I did compensate her for her donation. This is a swimsuit. Truthfully, I can't remember when I got this. I have so much inventory that sometimes things just slip my memory. This is Finis, and it's new with tags, $38.02, and I paid $4.50. Next up is another handbag, the same donation as the Kate Spade bag, $75 it brought, and this is lamb, and it had the dust bag. Next up is a little wooden box, and I put this in this screenshot because whenever there are wooden boxes that I can get, almost always I pick them up if there's something special about them and if they're in good condition. So this is a little hinged vintage playing cards box. You keep your playing cards in it, so I thought this was really something special. So those are just a few of the things that have been selling through my store. I also post on Instagram to let you know what's selling. I report back there, so you can follow me on Instagram, also Lavenderclothesline. And as always, go out and get what's yours.